So I'm still being attacked 24/7. They're buzzing my feet. I pretty much do that non-stop. They're vibrating my throat there for a second. Now they're doing it again. I put my hand out here. I feel something hitting my hand. And over here. I don't know if you noticed the change in my throat when I did that. It's not something internal, Dad. They're doing it in the middle of a sentence. I'm not vibrating now, and now I'm vibrating now. I'm not making that up. I'm not vibrating now, but I am vibrating now. I didn't make that up. So, thanks for giving me no other options other than self-help or to suffer, Dad, or to end the suffering myself, which I have refused to do. But I can't. You've left me in a place to suffer forever, indefinitely, which is forever. Every second is an eternity. There's Max. They're torturing Max. He keeps squirming around, more so than he ever used to. And, like, I can tell because they'll be hitting me sometimes, and then they'll overlap and hit him intentionally. And sometimes, like, he'll be like, and I reach over, and then I feel that electrical current on my hand. Obviously, that doesn't prove anything. It doesn't mean that it was there before, but I know that's what's making him squirm and uncomfortable. And they're fucking with his sleep, just like they're fucking with my sleep, and they're hurting him, and they're torturing my dog. You're letting them torture my fucking dog, and I'll never forgive you for it, stupid motherfucker. Like, you gave me false hope with the shittier timeline thing. And, like, it doesn't take that long to find these people, and in any way, the first priority should be my safety and well-being, which you are not making number one. You basically have treated me like shit. You fucked me over like a motherfucker. I wouldn't have gone through 4 phases of the suicide push that they call, and they try to match that up with the Marvel Cinematic Universe thing. They like to do shit like that, and like, this is like this, and this is like this, and this is like this, and this is like this. I wouldn't have gone through 4 phases of the suicide push if it weren't for you. If you had listened to me, if you had done what I asked, it would be very easy for you, barely an inconvenience. And it would have saved you more money than what you spent over time. And, like, it would end my suffering. Get me on a small plane with Max and get us the fuck out of here. And you do nothing. You just leave me here to suffer. This is how I will always remember you. Like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, you fuck me over and over and over again. You treat me like shit. And it's like, first of all, you treat a person like that. And it's like, you treat a disabled person like that with a you think has substance abuse issues. And it's like, no, that was a self-medication. Unfortunately, it was not recreation anymore. It was maybe for a couple seconds. And that's it. Literally. Like, I smoked some pot yesterday. Robin gave me a joint yesterday. I smoked some pot. Yeah, I felt a little bit better, but they're still fucking torturing me, and they're still fucking with me. Like, they're still fucking with me. It's like you fuck me over and over again. You treat me like shit. It's like you treat a disabled person like that with multiple disabilities, let alone one. And you just expect them just to, like, be able to take care of themselves when I'm being tortured and terrorized, physically and sexually assaulted every single day. And you don't believe me. Even if you don't believe me, that's how you treat someone with multiple disabilities and with what you think is an addiction, which is not. Like, I haven't been fiending here. Like, I wasn't on anything when the cops took me to the hospital. Twice. I wasn't on anything. I asked the cop. I explained to him. I even pointed out the 2 drones because I thought I saw exactly where they were. He didn't even look up, and he was kind of smiling or smirking. And I was like, and there were 4 of them around me, and they, like, they're all around me, like I'm going to do something, like I have anything on me. You could tell I didn't have anything on me, like a weapon or anything. And I was like, do you want to help me or do you want to be terrorists? He didn't say anything. And this is after I already explained to him. I said, there are drones with electrolasers on them. You know what that is? And I said, they're up there firing at me. I'm getting shocked. I was like, I'm not on anything. I'm not thinking about hurting myself. I was like, you want to help me or do you want to be a terrorist? And he said, I want to be a terrorist. He said that to me. It would be very nice if you were to, help me get the public records request for all those responses for that day from the sheriff and the police. I don't know if I encountered just the sheriff's office or if I encountered the police or which, or both. And the hospital, you know, it'd be nice if you did an open public records request for me, or, you know, get me in a plane out of here and I can do it my fucking self, you fucking asshole. Like, you fuck me over and over and over again. You treat me like shit. You treat someone with multiple disabilities that way. And then you cut off all their resources, and you put them in a place that's more remote, more, and left me destitute, and I can't do anything but sit here and suffer. So I suffer or I kill myself. That's what you've left me, Dad. You've pushed me to suicide on top of what they already did. I'm not suicidal. I'm just saying that's what you've left me. And again, every second is an eternity. You have left me with no other options, just other than self-help. No options at all. I literally and truly hate you. I do not love you. I have not loved you for some time, and this is not an exaggeration. I will never love you ever again, because you are such a disgusting, horrible piece of shit. And if that sounds hurtful to you, then, like, you have only yourself to blame for that. I mean, they made you like that probably over time, but, like, you still have responsibility over that. You can reflect on your own actions and stop getting angry, which I would hope that you wouldn't normally do without them. When I'm correcting you on things and pointing out things, you haven't apologized for a goddamn thing for me. You haven't even apologized for thinking that I sent a text to Tom threatening his children. Like I would ever do anything like that, you stupid fucking bitch. And the texts weren't threatening at all against anyone. And Tom can send you the text. And I still corrected the record. And what did you say, Dad? And I was very polite about it in that three-way text. Kip, you're an ass. No, Dad, you're a fucking asshole. I literally hate you and will never love you ever again. You have put me in a place to suffer or to kill myself. That's what my loving father has done for me. You should have sent a fucking like hired help team to fucking send something like kind of like a SWAT team to get these people. Well, first priority to get me the fuck out of the grove, motherfucker. But you didn't even tell me anything. I thought you were doing something covertly, like I had kind of asked you to, like as that would be one half of it. And then you didn't just say a goddamn thing. And then I finally check up with you weeks later. Oh, no, I didn't hire it because you didn't give me a second contact, even though you explained very clearly why you did not give me a second contact. Because it's slim pickings in Austin, and they're probably not the right investigative agency to handle this sort of thing. And it's like maybe you need to hire someone from the Dallas or Houston area, or look it up your fucking self, because you can Google it more easily than I can, stupid bitch. Thank you so fucking much. Any moment may be my last, Dad. And you choose for the last bits of my, you choose for me to remember, I will always remember you like this. Begging for your help. Begging for you to get me the fuck out of here with Max. And you let my dog get tortured? I thought you were an animal lover. I thought you loved me. You let me get tortured? You let me get basically raped every single fucking day. And just because you can't see it, and just because I normally, compose myself, 99% of the time, it's like, if someone's sitting here doing this all day to you, just that, you would blow up at them after just like a few minutes, or, certainly like an hour or two. This is all day long, and it's more than just that. It's that on my penis, and that on my asshole, and then shocking my asshole, and crushing my balls, and squeezing my penis, and making it feel like it's oozing, or pulling on it, or giving me a hard-on when I don't want it. They can literally give you a hard-on. They can shock your fucking dick, and they can make it hard. And then they can be, ooh, you should jerk off now. Maybe you should jerk off. We want you to, since we control you, since you're a slave to us, this is the time that we've allotted for you to jerk off. That's what you fucking abandoned me to, motherfucker. And you're doing absolutely nothing about it. And you need a fucking break from it? I need a fucking break from it, you stupid motherfucker. You're a piece of shit. You could do something in less than a minute and get me transported, give me a lift, have Robin take me, and you should do the same thing for them too. And get us on a fucking plane, and not a big plane where they can buy a ticket on, a small fucking plane where there's multiple hops, and you don't know the other hops after that, you stupid bitch. Like, I'm telling the truth. How many more sanity checks do I need to do? I've literally done hundreds of them for you. And I've done literally thousands of them by myself. I don't have the power of premonition. I don't have sight beyond sight. I'm not suffering from poltergeist. I'm not suffering from 20 or 30 different diseases, physical and psychological. I have witnesses. There are other victims. I have a strong suspect list of people that I witnessed doing like illegal things to me and fucking with me. It's very important that an officer of the law or someone impersonating an officer of the law was fucking with me over the phone and over text messages. Well, it was so long ago. I know it's so long ago. It's so long ago because you won't do anything about it. What if you said move on? I can't fucking move on. I'm trapped in this. You've literally fucked me over, treated me like shit, and put me in a place that's even worse, more isolated, to suffer or to kill myself while my dog gets tortured beside me. I hate you even more than I did when I started this fucking video. And I will never, ever love you ever again. You are a disgusting, horrible, petty, rude, shameful human being. I am so embarrassed and ashamed of you, Kerry Lacrone Sr., Dad. Like, you are such a disgusting, horrible person. And like, it's only going to get worse. You led me here to suffer or to kill myself. I don't want to kill myself. I don't want my dog to suffer either. It would be barely an inconvenience for you to get us out of here. It would be barely an inconvenience for you to get an investigative team / SWAT team on this. It would bootstrap it and it would pay for itself with all the fucking class action lawsuits that would, could be coming down the road out of all these fucking victims. The county, the cities, the hospitals, admitting people and sedating them against their will. Fucking with their lab results, probably. I shouldn't have had neurosyphilis. Maybe I did. I still treated for it. I shouldn't, but I treated for syphilis before I got the diagnosis for neurosyphilis in an inappropriate time frame. I should not have had neurosyphilis. Maybe I did. That's a very early onset. That's an extremely early onset for neurosyphilis. In any case, and like other victims may just happen to also have neurosyphilis diagnosis results. Just saying. So all the hospitals, admitting patients against their will that the cops bring to them and then lie to them without even performing an exam on them. Or when they do perform an exam, they just write psychosis or drug-induced psychosis, paranoid ideation, maybe schizophrenia. Like, they're doing that to hundreds or thousands of people, Dad. And you don't give a shit about me or my life. Because if you did, I wouldn't have said that. And there's no bit of information that I don't have that would ever change that. So and you still left me here to suffer or to kill myself. What a piece of shit you are. What a horrible, disgusting human being you are. I am so embarrassed and ashamed of you. And I will never think better of you than that, because you are not any better than that. If you were a good person, and it's probably due to them, but if you were a good person, you wouldn't hesitate to do the two things that I've asked of you, or at least the one thing that I've begged of you. And it would barely be an inconvenience to you. It shouldn't even be an inconvenience to you at all. And it would not cause a hardship to you, and it would have no effect on the rest of your life as far as in a negative way. Waiting and not doing it will. You've put this on me for the past, the additional 2.5 years of suffering. I wouldn't have to worry about anything if you had done what I asked you to 2.5 fucking years ago. But you've left me basically homeless, but then but then you I have to be appreciative because you fucking give me money for to keep a roof over my head. But then you don't do the things that I would ask you that would end my suffering. But I have to be appreciative to you. Fuck you, piece of shit. Do something, motherfucker, and you're gonna do absolutely nothing. I may not be here any moment now. They may kill me, or they may drive me to the point, and with you helping, which I don't want to do, but I don't want to suffer. And it gets worse every single fucking day. I don't want to suffer. It's very easy for you to help me with that. Barely an inconvenience. And you do nothing but make it worse and contribute to it and treat me like shit. You're a disgusting, horrible human being.